Peace and love. It's your girl, Queen B, and I'm back for another Numerologics Daily Energy update. I realize it's pretty late, but I still wanted to get this update out there because I hadn't been on in a couple days. I wanted to make sure that I got to the family. Hope everybody's been doing okay. I hope you had a nice weekend, and I hope you had a nice time off yesterday if you were fortunate enough to have that day off yesterday. So I want to make sure we get into today's energy. So I have something special for you today. This is going to be like a BTV kind of numeralytics crossover. As you guys know, I am the cultural preservationist, Stellar B, Black Education and Power Through Vision. So today we're going to look at a day in history for us to look at what today's energy tells us. So I'm going to go ahead and pull our slide up real quick. And as you can see, we're going to be doing the personal universal code key today. I'm going to be giving you guys the game on how to get that. So give me 1 second to share this screen. All right. And I'm going to add it to the stage. All right. So we're going to be going over today the numerology of the Black Panther Party. Okay. So this is Numeralytics Black Panther Party edition. And I chose this because this was the day that the Black Panther Party was founded, on this day in 1966. So let me go ahead and change my view real quick. Okay, so I think that's a little bit better. All right, so the Black Panther Party was founded on this day in October 15th, 1966. So I wanted to do a video on this so we could clear up any type of misconceptions about the Black Panther Party and different stigmas that are attached to the name of the Black Panther Party. So basically, you know what, let me pull this down and let me pull myself back up and then I can talk a little bit about what that is. And then we'll get into the numeralytics of this whole thing. All right. Hi guys, I'm back on the screen. I really do hope everyone's having a good day. It's late. I have some announcements too that I'm going to be making before the end of the show. So just catch up with me when you can. You may not be able to see these videos on a day that the energy reads, but the energy is still the same nonetheless. So you can still watch the videos and past videos and see what day I'm talking about to get an idea about what type of energy happens on those type of days. Because anytime I'm talking about a universal day energy, that's going to be true on most universal days. It could be tweaked somewhat depending on what universal month and week we're in. But for the most part, the theme of the day is going to be the same. So I just wanted to make sure I got that clear and got that information out to you guys. And so let's get into our presentation. So the Black Panther Party was founded in 1966 in Oakland, California. It was founded for self-defense. It was the era's most influential militant Black power organization. So basically what the Black Panther Party did was it was a social, political, economic group, empowerment group for the Black community. Its members confronted politicians, challenged the police, protected Black citizens from police brutality. The parties, it did community service programs. They started the free breakfast for the kids for school. They provided free food, free clothing, transportation. And they thought that instead of integrating into American society, it would be better for us to fundamentally grow our power as a Black base, which is really what we should have done. That's really what we need and what's missing from our community today. And that's based on our history and based on everything that we've gone through. So this party was not a hate group. Actually, one of their quotes states as such. Let me read the quote from Bobby Seale. Okay, Bobby Seale said, "We don't hate nobody because of color, we hate oppression." So the Black Panther Party was not a hate group. We were fighting hate. They were fighting hate in the Black Panther Party. So that's what that was about. So I wanted to make sure we sat and spoke about the good things that they did, like the free breakfast programs, the free food, the free clothing, empowering women in leadership, different things like that. They did a lot for the community. Huey Newton, even after being arrested and being out, still continued to work for the community up until his. So I just wanted to make sure that we understand and edify things in history, education, and get people educated on what's going on, because a lot of times the media skews what real things are. The media will skew the real view of what something is and will tell you that it's something that it's not. And we see that all too often in the media, especially with the Black American community. You can look at a lot of things that have gone on with a lot of our different leaders to see that's the case. And that actually was the case with the Black Panther Party in the end. They were infiltrated they were being under surveillance by the FBI and the COINTELPRO, and all that contributed to their demise, along with some other things that we'll get into when we talk about the numeralytics of them. So let me go ahead and pull up the numeralytics back up at the stage. Okay. So I want to get into this, guys. Let me get the pointer out. Let me see if it's going to let me get the pointer out. Yep. All right. So this is going to be the numeralytics of the Black Panther Party, founded again on this day in history, 10/15/1966. So let's take a look at 1966 and get the universal year. So when we add 1 plus 9 plus 6, that's how you get the universal year for any year you're looking for. That equals a 22, guys, a master number, which I am not surprised that the Black Panther Party was founded in a master number year, because we do know that the theme for a master number year is foundation building, service to mankind, large undertakings, achievement of power, mastership, all of those types of things. Humanity, doing something for the betterment of humanity, all those type of things go on in a 22 master number year. So I'm not surprised that they were founded in a year like this. It's a year of expansion, big things with great purpose, from concepts on high, if you will. It's a master builder time. It's a time of expansion. It's a time of exceptionalism and exceptionalism for the betterment of humanity. So this is definitely what the Black Panther Party did. It was instrumental and profound. There was even other chapters that used their blueprint and popped up around the world. You had the British Black Panther Party, you have the Israeli Black Panther Party, several others that I'm not naming, but you guys can feel free to go do the research on that. I'll give you a little bit of pebbles and you can go down the rabbit hole. But yeah, so definitely that's so cool. That happened in a 22 universal year. It's not surprising. It's pretty cool. And then if we go ahead and look at the universal month that this took place in. So we do 22 plus 10, that's a 32, which is a 5 right here. So you see that was a 5 universal month. So that tells me that's a time of dramatic changes, freedom, public activity, travel, advertising, communication, things of that sort, things of that nature. That doesn't surprise me. Also 5, the air carrying the signal around, carrying that communication of, hey, we have a new thing going on and look how big it was. Look how much of a master builder of a program that party came together for the community and was instrumental in helping a lot of communities keep food on the table, get their kids to school on time and get them to school safe, get people home from work safe. So this was a time in our country, guys, where it was not good for the Black American community in the country. It was a lot of racism and a lot of different things still going on like that. We didn't have the civil rights yet. We were still working through a lot of that kind of stuff, and it was just huge. It was huge what they did for us. So let's continue through the numeralytics of this. When you do the universal day, you add the month position plus the day position. So that 5 plus 15 is a 22. So that does not surprise me. That's a 20 and it's a 2, which is my number. So the 20 is the card of judgment. It's the card of awakening. So it's pretty much awakening to new ideas, new revelations, new ways of living, just something new, brand new, that's going to be for the betterment of society. That's what that energy brings. The 2 universal day also means teamwork and companionship. It's a day of diplomacy, to use tact, to be agreeable and help people in some way. And I really do believe, obviously, that the Black Panther Party has achieved all of these things. So all of these energies that came together, all of these energies had to come together to make it necessary for the Black Panther Party to become in existence on October 15th, 1966. So now let's get to the day energy. So this is the fun part. And this is actually the part where it's the Neo Daily Energy update of the day, because we're actually talking about the day that it is. It's a 6 day, because 1 plus 5 equals 6. So 6 rules: the home, the family, community, responsibility, duty to responsibility. On the 6th day, if someone was born on this day, their key numbers, their personal universal code key to the universe is a 639 in that order. So that means they should do all their planning, their manifestation, all their best things that add up to days first, that add up to a 6, then a 3, then a 9. And also their best days are going to be Friday, Thursday, and Tuesday in that order. Let's also look at the destiny of the Panther Party. Their destiny is a 2. So when we look at the 2 as a life path destiny, the life path to destiny for the Black Panther Party tells me that they're here to learn to be loving, considerate, kind, understanding, persuasive, patient, and gentle. I feel like they did do that, but they were also here to learn to not be overly sensitive, easily swayed by others, moody, impressionable, indecisive, and petty. And then when you look at some of the things that happen in their demise, in their years toward their demise, all of those, what they were here to learn not to be, they were doing those things. And whether or not the FBI was infiltrating or not, which they were, we do know they were infiltrating and doing different things to set people up and using COINTELPRO tactics to dismantle the Black Panther Party. J. Edgar Hoover himself even said that he's going to use all his power and his control to dismantle the party. So there definitely was tampering obviously going on with them. But the point is, they're supposed to learn not to let those things get to them. They're not supposed to be overly sensitive about, what someone said about them, or being swayed by others, sending agents in to talk to you and get your mind going on one way against your brother, and being moody and being impressionable, indecisive, and being petty with your brothers and sisters. And this will cause our downfall. And it's sad because a lot of the things that in our community, now that is what continues to cause our downfall. So I thought this should be a good lesson for us to learn. And also the year, I think that their demise was added up to it too. That tells me they weren't following their life path. That could be the reason that demise happened in another 2 years, because you were being petty, you were being overly sensitive, and you were letting people get in between the bigger vision ahead, which was to create this Black political party, so we could have a political stance in everything that is going on politically with us. That's the only way to have us have a footing and have our own type of power and really advocate for the things that our community needs. Everything that they were doing is what we really needed them to do. And I want to go ahead and point that out because I want to honor them today. So I'm going to go ahead and put them back up on the screen, and I'm going to read their 10-point program for everybody. Okay. So you can see their numeralytics are up there on the screen. And then we're going to go ahead and read their 10-point program. So these are the things that they wrote on October 15th, 1966. Number 1, we want freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our Black community. We believe the Black people will not be free until we are able to determine our destiny. Number 2, we want full employment for our people. We believe that the federal government is responsible and obligated to give every man for a guaranteed income. We believe that if the white American businessman will not give full employment, then the means of production should be taken from the businessman and placed in the community so that the people of the community can organize and employ all of its people and give a high standard of living. 3, we want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our Black community. We believe that this racist government has robbed us, and now we are demanding the overdue debt of 40 acres and 2 mules. 40 acres and 2 mules were promised 100 years ago as restitution for slave labor and mass murder of Black people. We will accept the payment in currency, which will be distributed to our many communities. The Germans are now aiding the Ujays in the Israel for genocide of the Ujay people. The Germans murdered 6 million Ujays. The American racist has taken part in the slaughter of over 50 million Black people. The American racist has taken part in the slaughter of over 50 million Black people. Therefore, we feel that this is a modest demand that we make. 4, We want decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings. We believe that if the white landlords will not give decent housing to our Black community, then the housing and the land should be made into cooperatives so that our community, with government aid, can build and make decent housing for its people. 5, we want education for our people that exposes the true nature of this decadent American society. We want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present day society. We believe in an educational system that will give to our people a knowledge of self. If a man does not have knowledge of himself and his position in society and the world, then he has little chance to relate to anything else. 6, we want all Black men to be exempt from military service. We believe that Black people should not be forced to fight in military service to defend a racist government that does not protect us. We will not fight and kill other people of color in the world who like Black people, who are victimized by the white racist government of America. We will protect ourselves from the force and the violence of the racist police and the racist military by whatever means necessary. 7, we want an immediate end to police brutality and the murder of Black people. We believe we can end police brutality in our Black community by organizing Black self-defense groups that are dedicated to defending our Black community from racist police oppression and brutality. The Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States gives a right to bear arms. We therefore believe that all Black people should arm themselves for self-defense. 8, we want freedom for all Black men held in federal, state, county, and city prisons and jails. We believe that all Black people should be released from the many jails and prisons because they have not received a fair and impartial trial. 9, we want all Black people, when brought to trial, to be tried in court by a jury of their peer group or people from their Black communities, as defined by the Constitution of the United States. We believe that the court should follow the United States Constitution so that Black people will receive their fair trials. The 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution gives a man a right to be tried by his peer group. A peer is a person from a similar economic, social, religious, geographical, environmental, historical, and racial background. To do this, the court will be forced to select a jury from the Black community from which the Black defendant came. We have been and we are being tried by all white juries that have no understanding of the average reasoning man of the Black community. 10, we want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and the equal station to which the laws of nature and the nature's God entitle them, a decent respect of the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the cause which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that when any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate the governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and aspirations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for the future of their security. So now, That was super powerful. So that was their 10 tenets. There are 10 things that they wrote out that they asked for the Black community. Those are 10 things that we still need in this Black community to this day. So let's think about that from 1966 to now. Okay. This is not to offend anyone. This is Black American history, and this is Black American culture, and this is Black education empowers true vision. I am the cultural preservationist, Teller B, Queen B, and I also an astronumerologist. So I broke down those numeralytics for you. But wow, what a powerful message that we just heard, guys. So when you think of a day like today, this is the year, like I said, that 22 master number year that they come in. And also that four, let me tell you about that. 4 will do what it can to change governments and communities. If the 4 had its way, it would upheaval and rebel and revolutionize every community and government and make it into their way. It doesn't surprise me again. Black Panther Party, a Black social political activist group, was formed in this Master 22 number year on the 6th day. That has to do with home, family, community, duty, and responsibility to those things, formulated on a 2 universal day, which is companion, teamwork, tact, agreeableness, helping others. Just such a masterful numeralytic, a masterful number, very lit. These numbers are very lit, okay? So the Black Panther Party, they got numeral lit tonight. So I hope you guys got numeral lit too. And before we go, we have some special announcements to make. So let me go ahead and pull the banner up real quick so we can get these announcements out real quick, and then I'll let you guys go because I know it's late. All right. So we have world-renowned astronumerologist Lloyd Strayhorn on Cultural Reflections, airing live on BTV. It will also air live here on Numeralytics channel tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you're tuned in to tap in with Lloyd to see everything that he's got going on. He also has a workshop that he's going to be starting for next year in February 25th, 2025. It is limited seating, limited offer. So make sure if you want to get into this workshop, which I highly suggest getting in with the best, please send an email to numbersandyoupodcast@gmail.com to express your interest, and then Lloyd will get back to you. Please make sure you guys get in the know for that. And then another thing that Lloyd has coming in next year is a beginner palmistry course workshop, which I'm super excited about, something that I'm probably going to be doing. So this starts April 13th, 2025. It starts from 7 to 8:30. I don't know if it's in person or if it's a 4-week workshop. So yeah, I'm betting it's virtual. So this is a virtual workshop that Lloyd's going to be doing for next year. Next year is a 9 universal year, guys. So this is the time to get into stuff like this and make sure that you have another outlet to be able to make money for yourself and be able to do things for yourself. Okay. So that being said, make sure you support his books, Numbers and You. You can get all of these on Amazon. There he goes right there. And make sure you guys check out his Udemy courses. If you want to learn numerology and you don't want to do the workshop, you can go ahead and get these Udemy courses and learn some numerology through them. And you can also download his app, A Star 8, which will give you your daily forecast, what I'm doing today and every day that I do this. But this will give you your daily forecast and so much more. So make sure you go download the A Star 8 app. And again, make sure you are tuned in live and direct tomorrow, Wednesday, October 16th, 4:30 p.m. for Lloyd Strayhorn, world-renowned astronumerologist, will be appearing on the Cultural Reflections podcast. So I am super excited about that. I'm super excited to be here with you guys. I'm super happy and appreciative and grateful for all of you that have tuned in today. Thank you so much. Make sure you remember that today, like I said, is a 6th day. And if you were born on today, then your key numbers are the 6, 3, and 9. And that's your personal universal code to the universe. So make sure you're using it. And if you want to know more about that, make sure you hit us up on the moon line at 302-492-7722. Or you can send us a text there, hit us up there, or you can just hit us up in our comment section below. Let me know what you think about the Black Panther Party in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the video, tell your friends about me. We do have mini charts that we're offering. So one day this week, I will get a mini chart presentation up here so you guys can take a look at that. In the meantime, I just want to thank you so much. I honestly am very grateful for everything. All of you guys that are tuned in and subscribing to the channel. You're the real MVP, and I really appreciate you. So I hope you learned something on today's Daily Numeralytics Daily Energy Update. I hope you learned something. Peace, love, happiness.